Crypto and housing legislation. What do they have to do with each other? Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's going on, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hype, and what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. Rich, today we're talking about some crypto, huh?
What's up, crypto bro?
Crypto, bro. I should be wearing my crypto, bro vest, which I have been known to wear in the past, but just wearing our good old President's Club pullover today. Rich, you pulled an article for me today. It is from Housing Wire called Senate Bill Would Add Unconverted Crypto to Mortgage Underwriting Equation. A lot of fancy words in that sentence. Tell me what we are looking at here and why we're talking about it.
Well, I mean, crypto's big time now. We see a lot people asking to use it for reserves, just like we use stocks and bonds and mutual funds and all of that for reserves today. Why can't we use crypto? And especially with Trump's administration, they're really recognizing crypto. So Bill Pulte put that out with the FHFA, said, we're going to do this. And actually, it's time. We really should be doing this. So this is good stuff because a lot of young home buyers, people that want to buy home buyers, have been investing in crypto. And there's so many different options to choose from. And that asset, unconverted, is sitting there and accumulating and earning for them. So it'd be great to have to help them qualify and be able to use it.
So, Rich, just to kind of clarify this with a couple of hypothetical scenarios, if 5 years ago I decided to buy stock in GameStop and that exploded, I would have been able to use that kind of value add to my net worth as proof of assets for buying a home. Is that correct?
Correct.
But if I had bought Bitcoin at that time and it had exploded even more and stayed elevated, I could not currently use that as proof of assets for a home.
No, you'd have to convert it to US dollar.
So I'd have to sell my crypto and able to use that as proof of an asset.
Yep.
Okay, so tell us a little bit, maybe if people don't know out there, what assets can I use? Can I use like stuff like my 401k, IRAs, that kind of thing?
Sure. 401ks, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, all of that you can use today. You just can't use crypto yet.
So crypto as a new asset class has not yet been kind of bundled into that, like we would think of other, like you said, stocks, bonds, that kind of thing. And this is a bill that would seek to kind of solve that issue.
Yeah, finally. It's crazy, Michael. I did a little research on this and there's over 30,000 crypto ATMs in the United States. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
The most in the world. So, in fact, there's like 40,000 in the world. 30,000 of those are in the United States.
Wow.
So, this is big time, and it's good that we're finally recognizing it. I know, we have several employees that own some crypto, and they're talking about how come I can't use my crypto to help qualify me for a mortgage. And it's just crazy that we're just now getting here. But, the Trump administration is a big part of that because they are really behind crypto, and that really helps. And time. Also time. It's time for us to really recognize crypto because it's been around for a while. It's got a track record, and people are using it in many ways.
It certainly doesn't seem to be going away, Rich. And that would be a very interesting situation if for some reason someone had bought Bitcoin early, maybe as a secret millionaire, but couldn't qualify for a home on their income or something like that. And so this is a good move for a lot of young people and just expanding the pool of what we accept as assets that we can count towards qualifying for that mortgage. Because, it's tough out there, Rich.
It is. And listen, there's ways for the FHFA to do it, right? There's all kinds of exchanges where you can get fair market value for what I own in crypto. So that establishes the base point. Then you can do some volatility, kind of risk-based asset stuff where you can say, you get credit for 60% of that towards your assets to use for reserves. I mean, there's lots of assets where we do that kind of thing today, just not crypto. So we know how to do that as a, lending environment. It's just we haven't done it with crypto, and I'm glad we're finally here.
Rich, you talked a little bit about the nuts and bolts of how this would work. Let's talk about the reality of if and when this might happen.
I think we'll see it in 2026. I think this is a real thing that is going to happen. Like I said, I think it should have happened already, but with the government, nothing happens fast. And here we are with an administration that's really behind crypto. You got Bill Pulte that's out there saying this is going to help people buy homes and qualify for mortgages. So with the push on housing, I just think this is something that's going to happen. There's no reason it shouldn't happen.
Well, Rich, this is good news. In other news, today we had the Fed meeting. We're recording this on Wednesday to be released on Thursday. Rich, pal, more of the same. Tell me what happened.
More of the same. He said, inflation's ticked up in in some areas, and they're concerned about tariffs and trade, and that's a little volatile right now. But basically, employment's great. You got job openings, you got low unemployment rate, you've got solid economy. The GDP is growing. It's just not growing as fast as it has been. He feels like the policy's working. It was all good until the questions. It's all good with his statements until they open it up for Q&A. And one of the questions was, what do you foresee for the rate cuts in September? Because remember, they've always said we're going to see a couple of rate cuts this year.
Sure.
And as soon as that question was answered by him, the markets just lost it all. We gave up any gains that we had in mortgage pricing. Treasuries just tanked. It just wasn't good because he basically poured cold water on the idea that there will be a rate cut in September, because he said, hey, listen, we're going to have 2 months of data to work with because they don't meet in August. So they're going to have 2 months of data to work with. And he's like, I can't commit to anything like that. We don't know what's going to happen. Basically leaving his options open. And the markets did not like that.
Yeah, Rich, and it looks like in after hours trading, a lot of the at least stock market has recovered to kind of where it was right before those comments were made. We'll see about the bond markets and everything as well. But, I have heard some rumors that there is growing dissent among the other Fed governors about this decision, and a lot of split happening there. Some of those governors leaning into this idea that rate cuts are overdue. Have you heard some of that?
Yeah. I mean, 2 dissented. You got to think, it's not a lot. It's just more, right? You got 1 more that's upset. So listen, there's going to be more. It's time for the rates to be cut. I think you just introduce this trade stuff and tariffs, and there's just a little bit of unknown still. And once deals are happening. We're hearing about, you got one with Europe, you got Japan, deals are finally starting to happen, and that's going to take some uncertainty out of the market, and then they'll be ready. That's just where it is.
Yep. And by the time we talk next, Rich, we will have hit that August 1st deadline. We'll see what happens with all those deals or no deals.
It'll be extended, Michael.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll definitely see about that, Rich. Well, Rich, anything else you want to say on this or anything else in the news going on right now?
That's it. Good things happen at Network Funding. So if you're a loan officer out there kind of feeling, that your company's not paying any attention to you, or they're just not communicating, reach out to Network Funding. Let's talk. Let's tell you about our culture and what we do over here.
That's a good word, Rich. We definitely big on communication, big on growth, and big on helping you be your best you. So click that link below or go to u.nflp.com to see how you can do more at the network. Rich, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for talking about crypto. I'm sorry I did not wear my crypto bro vest today. I'll make sure to do that next week. Thanks a lot, everyone out there, for watching, listening, wherever you are. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.